Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the FRIAR'S Desk, where we talk about spiritual insights, inspirational stories, and innovative ideas. What comes to your mind if I mention Egyo, Army, Desang, Debut, Hangul, GCF, Saseng, and Selka? Their music, which spans several languages, including Korean, English, Japanese, has attracted a global audience, particularly here in the Philippines. And joining us in the studio are the Army. Especially, we are called, these are the BTS Army. Now we introduce to them and tell us something about on how you appreciate and how you find BTS interesting. First, we are joined by Miss Elise Mica Trino, a STEM faculty in the senior high school. Please.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm Elise Mica Trino. You can call me Elise, Father. Good afternoon din sa mga kasama ko. I've been a fan since I was still in college po. And ano pa lang ako noon? 2015 noon. And I was just trying to look at my Facebook and then nakakita ko ng picture ng mga cute na guys. So yun naman talaga, aminin na natin, no, na na-attract ako at first sa visuals nila, and then after that, that's the time when I was drawn to their music po talaga. And by the way, I'm a 28-year-old tita pala, BTS Army. Hindi naman na masyadong no, pero ang maganda kasi sa BTS, sobrang kahit bata pa at saka kahit matanda ka, lahat sakop nila. So I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for having me and nice to see all of you. Thank you.
Let's talk about your interest with BTS later. Miss Ailil Alvarez, our director for UST Publishing House, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ailil Alvarez. I've been an Army since 2020. Sakto ng February kasi pag-drop ng Map of the Soul 7, yun ang era ko when I became Army. I became a fan by accident lang, in fact, by YouTube algorithm. Kasi nakasubscribe ako sa mga late night shows tulad ng ginagaya natin ngayon. Tulad ng ine-emulate natin ngayon. Pakat na lang po. tulad ng emulate natin ngayon. So kay Jimmy Fallon, kay James Corden. Yan. So they had a performance there and I thought they were so impressive. I saw their performance of On, which was the lead single for that album. And I thought, wow, they're amazing and they deserve all the accolades that they have. So I became an Army since then.
Next is Miss Bridget Arrogancia, a support staff of the UST College of Science. Please.
Hi everyone. I'm Bridget, a support staff po from the College of Science, #Science. There, I've become an Army since Wings and You Never Walk Alone era. Expound ko na lang po later what happened. So, nice to meet you all and happy to be here with my fellow Army.
All right. With now, last but not the least, with Miss Ana Marie Bautista, academic staff of the CFAD, a former assistant director of the UST Museum. Please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Father. I'm Ana. Ana na lang kasi Army tayo, no? I'm an ACA Army, Academic Army. Okay? I'm an Army in the academe, using BTS as part of my learning modules. I met BTS during the B era. Pandemic baby po ako, no? Pandemic era ako. And since then, I've been fangirling and beyond because there's an academic component to it. And yun po kasi talaga nagbibigay ng ligaya sa akin. It's my happy pill. That's it. So I hope you also would, learn from us as we share our journey with BTS.
All right. Thank you, Miss Anna. Now we begin our discussion, our podcast with ano ba yung BTS muna? No? What is BTS, Miss Ailil, please? What is BTS all about?
Gugulat naman yung tanong.
Sorry.
Opo, paki-zoom in po yung logo. Joke lang. Actually, nag-endorse pa. No? This is actually an official mask. The Dobo mask. I wore it specifically for today. Sorry, so BTS stands for Bangtan Sonyeondan. So it translates to Bulletproof Boy Scouts. In fact, one of their earlier acronyms in 2014, I think they have a song where they used BPB as their acronym. Hindi sila BTS noon. Bulletproof Boy Scouts, based on the English translation of the term. However, they adopted the Korean acronym from the name. So And also they have an English translation for it in case like people are wondering what does BTS stand for and they cannot pronounce the Korean, it stands for Beyond the Scene. Then they have parang mga documentaries na naka-base doon sa acronym na yon. So maybe they can talk about it.
Yes, Miss Aileen, Miss Elise. How did it become popular? No? How did BTS become so popular, not just in Korea but all around the world? And what's the main factor that made BTS so popular and famous, if I may say, to a lot of people in this generation?
Okay, so just to give you a brief background po, Father, no, BTS debuted, if I'm not mistaken, June 12, 2013. But the group started to be formed 2010 pa lang. So nagte-training na po yung leader, yung hip-hop group nila, so sila RM sa J-Hope. But I guess with regards to their debut, what was controversial was the fact that they didn't come from the big three po na companies. So yung SM, yung YG, tsaka yung JYP Entertainment. So parang kumbaga bago sila sa entertainment industry that time, and kumbaga sila yung they were put in a disadvantage just because they were new and just because they didn't come from a reputable entertainment company. So kumbaga dito sa atin parang budding artista ka lang na baguhan, starlet ka lang na hindi ka naman galing sa ABS or GMA, pero you're trying to really push yourself to rise to stardom. Parang ganun yung eksena nila. So underdogs kila kumbaga.
Ma'am Anna, no, there are many K-pop group bands, no, if I may call that. What made the BTS stand out among all of these? No, parang naging army tayo. Yung appreciation natin sila and they stood out among all those, can I call them pop group, that stood out among all of these? Ano yung what made them what factor that made them stand out among all other pop groups?
Ako, from my lens,
Yeah.
no, the way I was introduced to BTS, it was their message, the message behind the songs. Because I was into research. Ang entry ko kasi sa BTS was not fangirling. It was research. I was looking for a material for my lesson. My lesson was inclusivity for the marginalized sector. And I chanced upon their Permission to Dance music video where they incorporated the Korean Sign Language in their choreography. So that started my interest in going beyond the story, the surface of their songs. So sa akin, yun, they have a hidden message. And para ka kasing nagpa-puzzle, hinahanap mo, ano ba talaga yung ibig sabihin nito, no? Kasi hindi porket yun yung title. That's it. There's a story behind it. And I believe that in terms of the phenomenon, the Korean phenomenon, using it as a soft power, nakalamang si BTS, I believe it's because of their authenticity. They're very raw. There's nothing fake or fancy. They show their real selves na parang okay magkamali, okay pumalpak, okay na hindi ka magyabang, and yet you work your way up. Yung struggle, yun yung maganda doon. It connects to the youth. They tell the story, the hidden story, the untold story of the youth. Na ako rin nakarelate because during the pandemic, I was also hit by depression, and they were my savior. Totoo yun. BTS saved me. They paved the way. No?
Sometimes their stories becomes our story din, ano? As
You can relate.
as
You can relate to their story.
So as you come to know them personally, marami tayong nadidiscover sa kanila na we get to find a lesson in one or two lessons from them. And sabihin natin, I can relate to them, hindi lang sa songs no or sa dance nila, pero tao pala sila. Sabi mo, di ba? Parang nagkakamali din, etc. We commit mistakes every now and then. Pero tao tong nakikita ko, and I can also relate to their own struggles. Tama.
Yes.
Tama.
Tsaka yung naghihiraman ng damit, mga sikat, naghihiraman ng damit, butas ang brief, yung mga di ba? It's the, sorry, but that's the truth. Unlike with other celebrities na ang hirap mong abutin, di ba? Parang Ang layo ng between. Sila yung between bumababa. No? They
Parang
go down to
reality
the roof.
show din, kumbaga na whatever you see on the screen can on or off the cameras, sila yon. Yung authenticity as that you are.
Ang goal kasi nila ay
Tama
maging relatable. Ang treatment nila sa fans ay barkada. In fact, marami nga nagme-marriage proposal sa kanila as a joke kapag nagve-V-live sila. In fact, ako yung gistan ako and this is a sugar necklace. So it has become a fandom joke. May mga fans na nagsasabi, yung gi-marry me, kahit wala naman si Suga or si Yoongi doon. So parang, and then in the past din kay Jin, kay Taeyong, kay V. So nagsasabi sila, Oppa, marry me. Tapos ang sagot nila lagi ay no. Kasi they know, parang they want to, they know their boundaries and they want to draw the line and they know that we are there. In fact, Taeyong calls us besties. You're best friends with them. And they, every time nag-update sila, because they have an official website, official app called Weverse, and then all of the official channels. So, parang now they have Instagram, dati kasi wala. So, nagpo-post sila parang, I want to update you of what's happening. And yung sinasabi nyo kanina na yung authenticity, that's yung relatability kasi nila. Parang kahit sobrang sikat nga sila, they're just ordinary guys who love to have fun. In fact, yung kanilang content na iba pa like Run BTS, they have a Dalurabangtan, ang tawag doon, variety show. Tapos may Bon Voyage sila na show, yung kanilang travel show. Parang you really get to know them as people and they are beyond their music. Real people, real guys. And in fact, pag ini-interview nga sila abroad, ang sinasabi lang nila, si Namjoon, di ba, si RM, sabi lang niya lagi, we are just boys from Korea, ordinary boys from Korea who love music. Tapos parang, you are much more than that, please. But they're so humble and they're so modest.
Speaking of those members, no, kasi kayo fans, and yung ano nila, the more popular term is an army. Ma'am Bridget, why is it called an army, a BTS fandom army?
Actually, there's a meaning behind ARMY. ARMY stands for Adorable MC, a representative MC of the youth. So, kung isipin mo parang, noong una it's kind of cringe nga. Parang kahit nga sila nagki-cringe about it. Even their names parang cringy nga daw. But then, if you try to go beyond the meaning, it parang, ito yung sinasabi nila, you have to speak for yourself. And we're that. We are their, what do you call this? Their MC. Parang sila yung source namin ng strength and ng inspiration. Then kami yung magte-tell to the world. Parang kami yung, kumbaga,
Ambassador.
medium or spokesperson. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sige po, ma'am.
Ay, sorry. Hindi kasi yung logo ng Bangtan, naging bulletproof vest siya. So ito yung logo, sorry pa, zoom in na lang. Ito ang logo ng BTS. Tapos ang kabila niya ay ARMY. So door siya. So parang pag binagbaligtad niyo yung ang pangit ng aking nails, pasensya na paki-edit na lang. Pero parang kasi there's a very tight protectiveness. There's a very tight protectiveness between ARMY and Bangtan. And I think it has to do with that symbol. Kasi meron silang meaning for the bulletproof vest. And in turn, ARMY protects them. So,
We protect each other nga po, Father. Parang, they're very, kumbaga parang, it's like a family nga po. I mean, kahit na isipin na iba, but we really are a family. ARMY and BTS, parang against all odds po, Father. And totoo naman, started from the bottom, now we're here after all the struggles they have faced. And naiintindihan namin as fans because we also have our own struggles, our own dark sides and everything. Parang yung kanta nga nila, Shadow. Ganyan. So parang nagkakaintindihan. Diba? That's what family means. And that's what friendship is. A relationship between two entities that goes beyond one meaning lang. So, their Father.
Kasi siguro may connectedness, not just among those BTS members, but also the fans themselves. You have parang you can connect with each other through BTS, no? Parang when you talk to each other, parang may common words, na? Para if I may look at it, meron kayong nagagawa na common language, common words that people outside of the BTS army, they don't understand, and you understand each other.
I have have a lot of friends, army friends that I made. Kasi I started out buying albums and merch. That is encouraged by a real-life colleague. Sabi niya, may K-pop shop yung friend ko, bili ka sa kanya. So ako naman, sige, go. Tapos yun na yung, dahil doon, nakamit ako ng ibang online sellers, tapos naging kaibigan ko. Father, as it turned out, pati kapitbahay ko, Army. And then I met them just today and we were fangirling outside as if we've been friends for years. Kasi nga tama po kayo, there's a common language, there's a commonality that we all share and we all understand. So it's
Has it become a positive influence also to you guys with all the members na I am an army, you are an army. What are the positive values that you get from each other?
So, Father, ayun nga po, no, they have this campaign before, the Love Yourself campaign. Kami po as friends, parang nag-isip din kami noon on how to be an instrument to the Love Yourself campaign because it's about sa bullying, racism, and yun, discrimination. So, paano tayo, kumbaga parang ikaw mismo sa sarili mo, how would I help them? Parang on my own little way, how could I help the other people? Through, kung isipin niyo, Father, with that campaign, ang dami pong na-impluwensyahan. Not only me, parang pati friends ko, friends of friends, even all of us, parang gumawa kami in our own little way. How can we help this campaign? Through donation, through making another campaign. Kunwari po, yun nga, yes, Black Lives Matter. Lahat po naging aware. Hindi lang it's beyond their music, Father, eh. Parang yung awareness is not just because of music, but merong action, which is very important, Father.
Do you think the social media has played also an important part in the influence also of BTS, and that it has grown so popular in the world that you get to be one not just one group but one family, as you have said, no? It runs across races, cultures, it runs across countries. What do you think of that? The influence of BTS across all borders?
Personally kasi, Father, I'm not really into social media. I may be a millennial, but I'm not really fond of like posting my regular stuff, my everyday stuff ko. But I have seen BTS grow through the years po. Like even before they debuted, they were really active in keeping in touch with the fans. Nagto-Twitter po sila. Tapos they post yung mga daily shenanigans lang nila na I'm eating this, I'm eating that. How are you guys feeling? I'm so happy today. I can't wait to meet you. Yung mga ganon nila, those simple gestures po nila just to try to make us feel that they are there and just to make us feel connected with them kahit na hindi pa sila nare-release officially. Parang it means a lot talaga. And lalo na ngayon, through the years, dumami na yung followers count nila. And nung nag-open sila ng Instagram accounts ng individually, parang mas nakita namin yung epekto or nakita namin yung kung gaano yung reach nila. Sobrang ang bilis umakyat ng follower counts nila. So we could really see the influence yung nadala nila sa tao talaga.
You want to add something?
Meron po kasi yung social media po talaga yung nag-propel sa kanila into stardom. I think they won that award, that social media artist award. I think that started it they have some international following na since since Dope or since Dope.
Start yung parang with the HYYH era, Father. Opo, tapos that's Wang Yon.
Beautiful moment.
The HYYH means Wang Yon Wa, meaning the most beautiful moment of life or in life, parang gano'n. That's part 1 and part 2. So bali yung songs kasi na yun, Father, I think dahil dun sa message ng song, like Dope and Fire, it's more of being yung sa hard work. Parang parang nasusuklian yung hard work mo because of your passion. Parang gano'n, na parang kahit na where this silver spoon, we can yes, Bepse. So yun, song din po nila yun, Father, Silver Spoon. Parang kasi tinatawag nga sila, like what Ma'am said nung nag-debut po sila way back 2013, parang tinatawag nga silang Silver Spoon because they're not from a big company. But then, with their passion and hard work, doon po din talaga sila nag-rise. Parang Nakakatuwa po, there's this one line nga po from their song, what happens when Bangtan rises? And they've shown it to everyone. With their hard work, kung paano, kung gaano sila ka-humble. Pero kung nakikita yung parang naging reach nila, it's very much inspirational and amazing.
Never faltering po. Kung gaano sila kagaling nung simula, hindi mo nakikita na nagde-decline. Di ba dun sa Grammys, they compete
with them.
Si Hobie kasi, di ba, parang, ang fandom joke daw, takot silang lahat kay J-Hope. Kasi si J-Hope, ang kanilang dance leader, chief choreographer. So, pag siya yung nakikita, meron po kasi silang behind the scenes na dance practices. So, nakikita mo doon kung paano sila mag-rehearse. Tapos, parang walang difference. Meron kasi silang nire-release every year na Memories of the Year. So, 2014 to, Memories of 2021. So parang pag pinanood niyo po 'yon, makikita niyo kung yung life nila as artists. Tapos talagang perfectionist. They don't stop until they get it right. And pati yung sa Grammys, because they performed live sa Grammys nung, was it 2022? The press were really impressed because of their dedication. Kasi they had like a really short time lang to prepare for that. Nagka-COVID pa yung dalawang members doon. Parang and they pulled it off so perfectly. Baka they'd like to talk about it.
Further, in terms of the social media, this is my observation. They use social media to an advantage, for their advantage. They allow the fans to post mga fan-made videos. In fact, they kind of broke the intellectual property concept, yung copyright. They allow the fans to use the songs, to interpret it, to make their own fan-made version of their choreography of their songs, and they watch it and they post reaction videos. So alam mo talagang binabantayan din nila yung ginagawa ng fans, and that's endearing for us kasi parang we are also recognized. Pinapanood pala tayo, di ba? Yung ganon. So ginagamit, di ba, mga memes, ginagamit talaga yung social media, to reach out. And they even announce breakthroughs or album launches to the army before the general public. Inuuna talaga nila yung sa army. Oo. So yun, ginagamit nila social media.
Yeah. So parang ang sinasabi natin, with BTS, the audience becomes part of our family. You are not an outsider. You are one with us, one for us also. That whenever we sing and dance, you are part of that song. You are part of their own lives as well. Parang ganun din. Pero let's get this lighter na muna, no? Masyado tayong seryoso. Ma'am Ana, what's your favorite song? What's your favorite song of the BTS? And why?
Bihira kasi ako, Father, so life goes on. Pandemic song yun no? Life goes on, di ba? It talks about hope. Na life goes on in spite of what we're going through, life goes on. So yun po talaga yung nag-hit sa akin during the pandemic. But Spring Day is another favorite. Maganda rin yung Spring Day. Nakakaiyak yun, no? Nakakaiyak yung Spring Day. It talks about spring. Today it's winter, tomorrow spring will come. No, that's the message. No darkness will stay forever. Tomorrow it will be sunny, parang ganon. That's the message. In fact, halos yata lahat, Father.
Yung isa lang.
May in love ka talaga. Kaya in terms of pinaka-favorite, wala, basta yung Beep album, yun. Pero yung Spring Day, that's in the Wings album.
Kasi it inspires you also,
Yes,
no?
and that was my story during the pandemic. Kaya nakakonect ako doon.
Yeah. It's also the story of a lot of people.
Yes.
It's a story of...
Ganda nga, like an echo in the forest, di ba? Yung babalik talaga sa'yo yung at maririnig.
Ma'am Bridget, what's your favorite song of the BTS?
Actually, madami po akong favorite. Pero ito po talaga yung...
BTS Army pala
As in, Father,
what's
it's
your
so
favorite?
hard to pick one. But if I may po, it's Dulcet. It's 2-3. May isa pa pong parang alternate na what do you call this, title siya, which is Looking Forward for Better Days. So, kaya sobrang natuwa po ako doon. It's actually part of the Wings album po, Father. Actually, from HYYH to Wings to You Never Walk Alone, Father. Parang yung tatlo pong yun is mental health po, yung tinatackle. I mean, everyone can attest naman po na yun po yung naging parang central theme po ng albums na yun. So ayun, Father, parang sa youth po kasi na nagkakaroon ng struggle din. Especially po, hindi lang naman po sa youth, especially every one of us na nagkakaroon ng struggle every time. Parang someone who can understand that struggle is very much comforting. And parang kung may nakakaintindi sa'yo, hindi ka nag-iisa. Kaya nga you never walk alone po.
Yeah, ang ganda naman nun. Very inspiring. Si Mamilis muna. What's your favorite song of all the BTS songs?
Medyo nakaka-relate na po ako sa kanila. Pero dahil nasabi na, so hindi ko na sabihin yung Spring Day, no? Pero siguro, yung nakatulong talaga sa akin, Father, is yung mga hype songs nila. Lalo na when I'm feeling down, parang gusto ko lang talagang pampa-uplift ng spirit. Yung Danger, yung Fire, Mic Drop, sobrang, pampaano lang talaga. Pag sobrang yun. Tapos sasayaw-sayaw ka na sa room mo. As in, parang, minsan gusto mo nang umiyak with their songs. Pero, most of the time, I'm a person na gusto talagang masaya, gustong energetic. So, yun talaga yung pinapatugtog ko sa room ko. Tapos, kahit lalo na sa umaga, Father, pag sobrang inaantok ako, parang, hindi naman sa ayaw ko pumasok, no? Pero, parang ganun na nga. Hindi, parang alam mo yun, Father, parang gusto mo pang humilata. Pero, yun yung pampahype up ko po na para bumangon na ako. So, open ko lang yung Spotify, tapos playlist agad nila. Tapos yung mga loud songs na yun na parang sisigawan ka nila, hoy, bumangon ka na, ganun. So, nakaka-inspire talaga. Yun po.
May tanong ako,
What a way to
Ma'am
start
Elise.
your day. Yes po.
May alarm clock ka ba nila?
Opo.
Ay,
Pero yung ano lang yung manual, yung ano lang ha, yung parang, yung bigay lang kasi ng friend ko sa akin, yung parang nag-create siya ng playlist sa akin. Yun na yung, yun na yung
Parang pag nag-alarm,
Yung
Opo.
alarm clock nila,
Opo.
boses nila, magigising ka talaga. Eh.
Opo, may
Alarm
ganun
clock
Ginigising
talaga?
ka talaga.
Opo.
Opo.
Pero parang nakakatakot kasi yung parang, Hiro na, gaganon po. Bumangon ka na, parang gano'n.
Ginawa kong alarm yung Super Tuna ni Jin. When it came out, kasi sobrang nakakatawa siya. Para siyang, you have to listen to it and magigising po kayo talaga.
Spotify, yes, sa Spotify. Ay, Ma'am Maylil, ikaw naman. What's your favorite?
Ako ay Map of the Soul 7 Army. Kaya ang LP ka song from that album, it's Black Swan, which is also, which also got me into the fandom even before I declared myself Army. Kasi I saw, it's such an artistic production. Yung unang release ng Black Swan, merong performance ang isang Russian ballet company. They interpreted the song. I actually thought it was connected to the Natalie Portman movie, but it wasn't. Kasi hindi pa ako fan noon. So because of that, na-recognize ka. Sila pala yung sikat na K-pop group na 3 ang letra. So after that, I saw them nga sa late night show. They performed Black Swan there. Sa akin kasi, it's a very dark song, and it speaks about, for me, falling out of love with the one thing you thought you were going to fall in love with. For them, it's music. And for a lot of people, it could be interpreted in different ways. So sa akin, malalim yung kanta. And it's such a beautiful, haunting melody, plus the performance. You have to see the choreography. And when they perform it, they've performed it so many times live and in concerts. You can watch it from different angles, the stage from above. They really mimicked the movements of the swan and the depths of despair that are reflected in the song. What I like about it is, it doesn't end there. Like, despair doesn't end there. So you have to listen to the entire album, yung Map of the Soul 7, which was actually inspired by Carl Jung. And one more, as an academic also, because I teach literature, and that's also one of the things I love about Bangtan. Their songs are literary. Their songwriters are Namjoon primarily, J-Hope, and Suga. They're all readers of literature. They get inspired by Ursula Le Guin or some of the French philosophers like Nietzsche, so Wings, diba? Ang dami po nilang songs na based talaga sa literature. So, yung sinasabi po nila kanina, you're talking about their impact to the youth. The young people who are fans of something, they really would imitate what their idols are doing. So, in that sense, BTS is using their platform for the good. Yung nga yung Black Lives Matter, nag-donate sila ng $1 million for that cause. Minatch ng ARMY. Nakapag-donate din ng $1 million ang fans. It's almost always like what the idols are doing affects the fans and they use it to be better. And I guess kung fan, as a literature person, no, it's really interesting because it's going to draw people into literature kung hindi ka nagbabasa. Pero si Namjoon, sinabi niya na ito ang inspiration niya for this particular song. Nagre-recommend siya ng mga libro. Ang dami na pong ARMY na may book lists. And actually, Namjoon is such an avid art collector now. Yung Instagram niya ay talagang museums lang. People are, nagkaroon siya ng award for it, di ba? Na parang yung influence niya sa art world, dapat ma-recognize. They've been cited in so many journals, magazines, like Harvard Law cited them. Ang dami ng important work. So, the influence of Bangtan kasi, they're more than their music. Their music is fantastic. But they're
Beyond
also
that,
beyond that. They won the Cultural Merit Award. Tapos ang dami nilang international accolades. Sorry, I'll shut up now. Thank you.
Can I just
Of
add
course,
to
of
that?
course, of course. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mama Eileen mentioned about Black Swan. If I may just add to that, because I'm using that for my lesson, kasi it's an ode to the loss of passion, passion in the arts specifically. Because the message there is that we die twice, and the first death is the more painful death. It's the death of your passion. Because the second death is the real death. So mas masakit pag yung passion mo yung nawala. Sabi nga ni Jungkook, I would rather die than lose my passion. So that was the message of the song, no? That was the underlying message. And I'm using that as to inspire the students. If you lose it, you'll have to find your passion again.
All right. Oh, let's move further, no? Sige nala, para ituloy lang natin yung medyo light moments natin. Among the BTS members with RM, Jane Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, who is your favorite? Ano yung bias natin sa kanila and why? And how did it influence your life, no? Ano yung nagbago sa iyo? What changed in you? Because of this BTS member. Kasi, as you have said, no, you can relate to the stories of these BTS members. Pero, which particular member, BTS member, no, has struck you and you can relate and how it has changed your life? Yung pananaw natin, our perspective and ideas. Let's start with Ma'am Elise.
Like everybody else, I'm an OT7. So lahat sila, kumbaga, we love them equally. Pero if I had to choose one, it would be Jimin po. So, si Jimin talaga, pasensya ka na. Akin na muna siya
Bias ko din siya. Pero sige, sa'yo muna siya.
Pag-usapan na namin, hiramin ko muna siya ngayon.
Naghati po kami sa isang linggo.
Bukod sa magka-year kami, 95-liner din kasi siya. Ako din, 95-liner din ako. He is so relatable in a sense that no one could ever hate him for being so lovely, for being so cute, authentic. And parang kasi si Jimin, di ba, best friend ng bayan. And parang gusto niya lahat masaya, gusto niya lahat kasama.
Very pleasant.
Yes, very pleasant na parang gusto niya lahat na accommodate, ayaw niyang may naaapi, ayaw niyang may na-OP. Sobrang nagustuhan ko din yung personality niya, very soft and very concerned. And when he sees that there's a member who is suffering or umiiyak, he would always be the first one to actually approach him or her. He'll give him a hug. Sobrang ikikiss niya pa minsan, tapos aasarin niya. And gusto ko talaga po yung personality niya. Parang sobrang baby boy na parang sobrang bait-bait po. And all of them naman, they're very good sons naman. So sobrang lucky ng mga families nila. And of course, yun nakaka-inspire din kasi yung success stories nila. Bias record ko din kasi po si Suga. Kasi po yung dati pa lang nung yung Marry Me, yung dati pa lang nung kinukwento kung paano sila nag-debut before, yung buhay pa nila before, na wala siyang pamasahe sa bus. So he had to walk papunta sa
2-hour walk.
Diba? 2-hour walk. Sobrang grabe, nakaka-inspire. Nakakaiyak talaga. So, ayun po.
Ma'am Bridget, how about you?
Actually, I'm Yonggi bias, so Suga din po. Actually po, I started out as Jimin bias kasi I really love how he dance. When it comes to dancing po kasi I really love watching contemporary dancers. Tapos yun nga po, it turned na naging Suga po ako or si Yonggi. Actually, mahilig po kasi ako listening to raps and one of his favorites is Eminem. Nakakatuwa din yung part of him na he's never afraid na to show his vulnerable side through his music. He struggled with anxiety, social anxiety, and also probably depression as well. Yes, mental health din po talaga. And as a person na very much into mental health and wellness, sobrang na-appreciate ko po yung side na yon, that there's this one person who's never afraid to speak out about his mental health condition and para po mas makarelate yung ibang tao. I mean, that's someone na may nag-explain on behalf of you, it's like, wow, thank you. Kasi through your music, I feel like I'm heard. I feel like I'm validated. And that's not only Yonggi, but every one of them. Kaya ang dami po talaga OT7, Father.
Alright. Ma'am Ailil, how about you? What's your,
Okay
who's
po.
your favorite BTS member?
Opo, I started out with Taeyong or V kasi he to me was the consummate performer. Pag bago kang ARMY kasi, isa siya talaga sa magsa-stand out. Ganda ng boses, very distinct yung voice niya. Vocal quality, sobrang pogi. Tapos, ang galing sumayaw. Parang, ang sabi ko nga, mahal ko sila, I started out as a group fan. Hindi po ako nag-start as one member tapos I liked all of the group. I liked the group first. So, namimili ako, sino bias ko dito? Si Taeyong yung magsa-stand out kasi talagang visual, V for visual, V for victory. Tapos, also, kasi tatlong bias line ko. So, pangalawa si Suga din, si Yoongi, because he's so intelligent. So, I'm listening to him when he answers interviews. Talagang right to the point, spitting facts, spitting fire, ang tali-talino niya. And ideal guy kasi he's smart, he's funny, he can cook, he loved being an architect, he's handy around the house, husband material. but isa lang ang Yoongi sa mundo. Then third po si Jimin kasi nga I think he's also a really, really good friend. He's so considerate and ako din, super fan ako ng performances niya. Like pag nagsasayaw sila, my eyes are just drawn to him. So, those three.
Ma'am Ana.
Naku, Suga din ako fan. Pero ang entry point ko sa BTS was Jin. For the visuals. Kung nung pinansin ko talaga sila sa OT7, it was Jin. But after a while, after, of course, studying them, it was Suga and RM because of the depth of their writings. Sabi nga nila, no, talaga. And naingkit ako kay Suga, sabi ko, kahit katiting lang sana ng courage niya to declare what is wrong with him, what he's going through and sharing it to the world. Sana ganun din tayo, no? Para mas maintindihan natin yung isa't isa. That makes the world a better place, diba? Yun yung ano ko parang, paano yung nagagawa yun? Not only through music, even the way he speaks when he answers. Pag may nagtanong, may sagot na siya agad, Parang ang galing, no? That attracted me to him. And that's why I studied his lyrics, his compositions, together with RM. Si RM ang bias wrecker ko. So yun. Pero technically, yung line ako, no, yung mga matatanda, RM, Suga, Jin, and Jin.
Kasi actually parang if you're going to, you cannot even choose, di ba? Parang mahirap pag if you're going to choose one, sayang naman yung lahat. So parang every BTS fan has a particular favorite, if I might call that. Pero as you have said, Elise, no, you cannot choose one. You will love all those BTS members, no, because all of them has a story to. Every one of them has a story to tell, no, and people can relate to their own stories. I have this. Parang there is this. A quote from Kim Namjoon in his speech, no? Kasi isa siguro sa inyo before we go to our final question, no? We have learned to love ourselves, so now I urge you to speak yourself in 2021, no? Anyone?
If I
Sige.
once kasi you love yourself, no, parang you're ready to bear yourself to the world. So you'll be able to speak more of, parang be more transparent to the world. Kumbaga parang, once you love yourself, kasi even your flaws, you love them. Yun yung po yung tinuturo din nila through their music. And also not through their music lang, Father. Whenever they speak, whenever even their actions, parang everything is about, love mo naman yung sarili mo. Love ka namin so mahalin mo naman din yung sarili mo. And once you love yourself, you're not afraid na to speak about yourself, or you speak yourself. Parang yun po yung parang, loving yourself is equal to speaking yourself. So, nakakatuwa, Father, na actually, ang galing kasi nun, Father, yung tahinong lahat. Because of the campaign of loving yourself, and also the theme of the albums is loving yourself. Ngayon naman, after this album, after this campaign, it's time for you to love yourself and speak yourself.
All right. So now we go to our final question na lang, no? I mean, your message na lang to the fans, the Thomasian fans, to those who have not been who have not been a fan of BTS. How could you encourage them to be a fan, or can we force people to fan? I think it
have to.
you don't have to. So
They'll
siguro,
find it.
yeah.
BTS will
So
find it.
how what's your message to the people who may have looking at BTS? Ano yung message nyo sa mga Thomasians in general on how to look at BTS on a different point of view, on you appreciating BTS, para ma-encourage nyo sila to join the campaign, to join the club, to join the family that you call the BTS Army. Elise.
Sige, I'll start first na lang po. Sa class ko kasi, Father, yung introduction ko to my students, BTS is always a part of it. Na after introducing my name, i-introduce ko talaga para at least maging relatable naman ako and maisip nila na my teacher is also like us, na may kinahuhumalingan, may mga hobbies and interests. I feel like announcing it to the class that I'm also an army makes me more relatable to them. Kasi pag sinabi ko na, pag inamin ko sa kanila, and when acknowledge the fact that I'm also an army, talagang kinikilig sila na, oh, they get so giddy and excited. Oh my God, mom, same. Gaganon sila na, sino bias mo? Laging ganon. So it's always a way for me to be relatable, and parang naiisip ko tuloy na hindi lang pala ako yung nakaka-appreciate sa kanila. Kahit itong mga kabataan na to, kahit na BTS was in the business for like 10 years na, many years na, yung impact nila pati sa youth ngayon. So, actually, we don't have to force anything naman. I don't have to force people na, okay, try mo itong panoorin. I believe that at some point in your life, at least one song will resonate with you. Kung ano yung napagdadaanan mo, there is this one song made by BTS and performed by them. Sila yung nagsulat, sila yung perform. That will really make an impact to you. And talagang mako-comfort ka sa song na yun, whether you're experiencing heartbreak, medyo namimiss mo yung isang tao, ano pa ba, yung kapag natatakot ka, kapag hindi mo masyadong na-accept yung sarili mo. And actually, singit ko lang, Father, yung sa Love Yourself campaign nila, sobrang nakatulong din po yung BTS sa akin kasi mas na-accept ko kung sino po ako, and I learned how to deal with my insecurities also, and to accept my not only my weaknesses pero yung mga kamalian ko din. Parang in such a way na parang mas nagugustuhan ko na ding maging ako. Kasi ako to kumbaga this is what makes me me, and I have to embrace that completely. Yun yung kumbaga message naman talaga ng song ng BTS, which is very empowering to the youth as well. 'Di ba na mahalin niyo yung sarili niyo, and in that way you can also be confident enough in representing yourself and speaking about yourself. And at the end of the day, lahat naman tayo ay na-inspire lang naman ng BTS. So I guess hindi ko kailangang sabihin na, uy, maging fan ka na. Pero, yan, andyan naman sila para i-inspire pa tayo. And they will really continue to be an inspiration to everyone, especially to the youth po, with their work ethics, with how they're really passionate with their art, and also with how they are really a good son, and also mabuti din silang tito, 'di ba? Si Jin. Ang cute-cute ng pamangkin ni Jin. Anyway, so pasensya na, medyo mahaba na pala yun, no? Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Ailil. Mamaya na. Okay,
Basta
Ma'am.
Borahe, Stan BTS, OT7.
Ma'am Bridget.
Kanina nga po, Ma'am Ann was saying na they will find you. And they will. Actually, I met them in my most darkest moment. And talagang I can attest to this because I have also friends, tapos mga iba na naging friends ko. Parang lahat kami gano'n, parang dumating sila nung kinailangan mo sila. Dumating sila nung kailangan mo ng pamilya, ng comfort, at saka ng taong makakarinig sa'yo at makakaintindi.
Yeah.
And they will. And with that, I think, hindi naman na parang pong kailangan nga, like what Ma'am said, na hindi na po natin parang kailangan hikayat because they will find you because of their music and of who they are. So that's it.
Right. Thank you, Ma'am Bridget. Ma'am Anna.
Ako rin po, parang I will not hard sell BTS. There's no need. They will come into your lives at your lowest point. Ako, case in point, it's a success story. I curated the UST Goes Namjoon exhibition. With that exhibition alone, we were able to convert the viewers into ARMY. Sa akin yun na yun eh. Parang I did not use my voice. It was the medium, the exhibition. But following up what Ma'am mentioned about Love Yourself, Speak Yourself album, yung UNICEF nila campaign, it's a 5-year campaign. It will end this March 2023. Kaya nga I'm planning, I'm working on a project in reference to the UNICEF campaign of BTS. Ang maganda dun, Father, yung pinakquote mo kanina, yung Speak Yourself. The way I see it, you have to start loving yourself before you can even share what you know, what you have about yourself. And speaking yourself is using your voice to say who you are without biases, the authenticity. Use your voice to help others too. Parang ganun yung tingin ko kasi doon. Kaya ang lakas ng impact eh. Yung sinabi ni Namjoon, the night is always the darkest before the first light of dawn. Ang ganda nung lyrics. And that's the message of after loving yourself, you speak. Hindi nga talk, di ba? Speak. Ikaw yun eh. Kasi pag talk, you're conversing, dalawa ka. Ito speak, ikaw lang. You speak about yourself, your struggles. So you can also inspire others. So ganun po. The Namjoon exhibition is already for me an example of how we can share BTS to the world.
Yeah. Thank you, Ma'am Ana. Ma'am, Maylene.
Nasabi na po lahat. So I will just, I think I said what I wanted to say in a previous question. So I guess I'll just like to encourage those who haven't given BTS a chance. I think sa fandom kasi, you either love BTS or you hate it. Kasi if you're not a fan, you probably will think they're overrated. You really cannot say those things until you have listened to their music, listened to their messages. So I guess to those of you guys who like K-pop but who aren't exactly ARMY or BTS fans, my suggestion is really to just don't listen to what other people say about them, or don't listen to like sources who aren't BTS. So always go to the primary source. Like listen to their lyric. Try to look up translations of their lyrics. Obviously, if we don't know Korean, the only way we can access their message is through translation. So they're primarily musical artists. So it's the music first, and they will also attract you because of other things. They're likable guys. They have passion and meaning, and they are beyond their music also. So I guess that's really just my message. So if you want to become a fan, go to BTS. Just listen to them. Don't listen to anyone else.
On that note, thank you everyone thank you for our guests for today's episode of FRIAR'S Desk. Ma'am Elise, Ma'am Ailil, Ma'am Bridget, and Ma'am Ana for guesting for today's podcast. Are you a BTS fan? And I think I'm getting interested of joining, if ever. And thank you everyone for listening. And we hope to hear each other out again soon to another episode of the FRIAR'S Desk. Laudare, benedicere, predicare. Let's praise, bless, and preach the word of God. Have a good day, everyone. And God bless us all. This is the FRIAR'S Desk.